Let's bring in South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Congresswoman, good morning to you. I would love to get your thoughts on Pete Hegseth's confirmation hearing yesterday, especially considering much of the criticism has to do with previous comments he's made about women in combat roles. And you were the first woman ever to graduate from the Citadel. So what did you think about the questions and the answers you heard yesterday?
Well, I thought the senators from the Democrat Party yesterday were completely unhinged and off the rails, were unfair to him during his testimony yesterday. And what he did was remarkable. This is the mark of a man. This is the mark of a leader who cares about his country and his fellow countrymen and women serving in uniform. He wants us to be the biggest, best, strongest fighting force in the world and wants our soldiers to come back in one piece and win these wars. And what he pointed out yesterday is there are physiological differences from men and women. And so when you're going into the battlefield, he knows the realities of the battlefield. And like, for example, yesterday, the rucksack and the rifle and the ammo that a person is carrying, a soldier is carrying, is upwards sometimes of over 100, over 200 pounds. I'm 5'5", 5'6", 110 pounds. I can't carry physically 250 pounds anywhere. So he's making those distinctions, but also saying, but we can do this if we work together and we're smart about it. I hope that other nominees and other appointees had their number 2 pencils out and we're taking notes, because this is how it's done.
Well, you just explained what the majority of Americans thought from the hearing. Democrats, of course, with their own interpretation of Pete Hegseth's comments when it comes to women in the military. Here's one of those senators, Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts.
Obviously, because of Joni's history and, frankly, because of the excellent work she has done for so long on behalf of our active duty women serving in combat, serving in other roles in the military. I think everyone was very much focused on her. But as I said, where we've ended up right now is there's not a single Republican who's willing to stand up for the women in active duty service.
Carly, of course, mentioning Joni Ernst supporting Pete Hegseth there. Elizabeth Warren calling out Joni Ernst. Your response to Elizabeth Warren?
Well, Joni Ernst has served our country in the military for over 20 years, and if she can support, as a woman, Pete Hegseth for SecDef, so too will women all across the country. Yesterday, we saw a lot of hypocrisy. I mean, Senator Warren doesn't even know rank because she called Pete Hegseth a general. So if you don't know your ranks in the military and you're interviewing someone for Secretary of Defense, you probably don't know enough about that job to make that distinction or to have the knowledge to make a decision here. So she should probably sit this one out.
Okay, so looking ahead to the inauguration, it's shaping up to be an event where there will be quite the unexpected group of people all together. We're learning that Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos will be sitting together on the platform alongside cabinet members and lawmakers. And not only that, there's going to be union representation there as well. The Teamsters president, fighter union president will attend. This is certainly not something we saw in 2016. And I think it proves that Republicans have a unique opportunity here to bring people together and get things done. So how will you capitalize on that?
Well, this is all Donald Trump. We said that he would unify the country, and you're seeing him do that in the days and weeks before his inauguration. The world is going to be a much safer place, and you're seeing people who haven't gotten along in a while. And in fact, you look at Mark Zuckerberg, he was censoring conservatives for years. Now he's going down to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring, apologize, and say we can do better. So that's all Donald Trump, and it's going to be better for the country, better for everyday hardworking Americans. And we have absolutely no time to waste. We need to get his executive orders done on day one. And as Congress, both the House and the Senate, we got to roll up our sleeves and we have to get to work. And we better deliver on Donald Trump's America First agenda sooner rather than later.
Imagine that combo 4 years ago. Would be unheard of. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, we appreciate your time as always.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Thank you.